Not to mention in my dream, I'm about to tell y'all about my dream in this flower. I hope y'all will stay tuned and watch these. I don't think I took very long, but listen, because it's a good message in these. But I forgot to mention in this dream I had last night, I'm going to talk to y'all about the dream next. But the first boy who got shot, he was a chocolate boy. He looked like to be 14. The next boy, like instantly, like a second, like a split second, he got hit too. You can tell it was a sniper with like quick. It was quick. Then I don't think it was just one, because there was some commotion on the top. But then as we was running, you could hear like like real, like rapid gunfire. I wanted to add that into the story. But listen to my story, y'all. Here it go. But the title of this is Can a Flower Bloom Without a Root? Y'all have to take it how y'all like it. All right. Give it a try. Bubba Bright Ice giving you what you like, babe. Watch it, all right? Bye. Ooh. Okay. I can't take it out. Y'all watch the video. Listen. For real. Listen. Because I don't even know how I'm supposed to even put this up. And this like take 3. So while I'm going with it, I'm just going to go. Yesterday morning, I woke up and that thing that I picked was dead now. It's withered. And some of the leaves seemed like they were kind of green, but then some of them was withered close to the stem. You know, when you pull them off, break them off. So those were dead, and then the thing, it fell off. And I just left it in the water, okay? And it had like a little bulb like that. It was like a little bulb, and I think one was really, really small. And so next thing I know, it looked like it was growing in water, and I'm like, how do a flower just grow and it don't have no root? I don't know. But I took it, and I'll show y'all, so watch the video. But I had a dream last night. I don't know if it's in relation to or what's going on, because like these flower situations just kind of like, how is this flower growing with like no root? It's just a stem, a cut off, broke off stem. And it was so cut off and broke off. Look at the video and you'll hear the story. I'm going to put it back behind this. But, so I'm dreaming. I'm with 2 girls. We talking, we chit-chatting. I think it's 2 chocolate girls because of how our conversations was going. You know how we improv with each other and stuff. And so I seen this little kid kind of like go up in the air, and his arms was like this. So I thought he was fighting someone. It was like this. And then boom. And then I noticed he wasn't with anybody. He was dead on the ground. He was dead on the ground. Look, y'all, my dream. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all. My dream. I'm walking. We cutting up. We like coming slightly up a hill, kind of. Just talking. I see it's like the arms was doing like this. The arms was doing like that. And I thought, damn, is he fighting? Then he kind of went back and boom. Like he fell flat on the ground like that. He was on this side of the street. We was walking up. On the other side of the street, bam, somebody else got popped. Boom. I seen him hit the ground. And I told him, oh shit, somebody's shooting. Girl, so we about a yard away. I swear it gotta be about a yard away. But because we was kind of like on that hill coming up, like right where that slope is, we weren't right in the thick of it, but almost in the thick of it, man. And so we booked to the left. I remember we started running. And it was like mounds of red clay, red dirt, mounds of it. But they kind of had some like little tracks through it. You know, not a whole lot like a big mountain. It was a heap of them, but it wasn't like a big mountain. But you can run over some, and you can go like on the tracks to get down through there. So as we ran that way. And then I remember some commotion up top, but I can't remember what it was, because sometimes I try to ignore my dreams when they get like too crazy. And I just had one about La Jolla, this place called La Jolla down here too. So I really try not to get deep into my dreams, but I remember some commotion up top. But oh, I remember. So I wrote we was running. Okay. Then after we came through those mounds of like red dirt, clay, it was packed like that though. Packed, it was packed dirt. Not nothing soft. We weren't running through no soft heaps of stuff. They was solid. And so you kind of ran downhill. When you run downhill, then it like start having a little grass. Then there was a ball field. In the ball field, I saw some vanilla people. Because I remember a vanilla man in a hat and a vanilla, like, brown-headed girl with him. But then I can remember the crowd looked like it was mixed up with different Americans, or what I know as Americans. So and it's messing me up in California because I thought to see everybody like an American like me. And down here, honey, no. You will rarely meet an American here. And the Americans know the Americans. And they're very polite to each other. But anyway, that's another story. So I seen the ball field, but then I looked and this was like it was mixed up. And then I seen a chocolate man and then I just kind of, I turned my distance back up that mound and to the girls that was running with me. Because I seen them kind of stray away halfway through the run when I was going all the way down the hill to the people. When I bumped into the man and the woman. And like when I turned to look, they were headed back up that way. And I seen some more people coming down their way. And I thought, oh shit, they going back up there. And now that I'm thinking I'm being left alone because I'm not going back up there. I'm not going nowhere near there. They're going back up. The two girls that I was with was going back up and some people was coming down. And I'm thinking I could see like vehicles, but I don't remember where to place them at and what they was doing and what kind of vehicles it was. I don't know, because it was like a little bit of commotion in my dream. And I remember I said toast, and I went at it alone. Yep. And then when I woke up, I seen this flower had bloomed. This morning when I woke up, after that was what it was, why I had to tell the flower story. I hope y'all listen to this. Because when I woke up this morning, that flower that I thought was dead and I had broke the damn stem was alive. It was alive. And I put it in my little bamboo, little miniature. They just mini bamboo. Put it in there. And then I left home. And I came back this morning 2 hours later. And y'all just look at the thing and see. That's why I was doing that. But because I had the dream. Then I had this bloom. And it's just like, I just wanted to share that. And was wondering, is y'all having like vivid dreams or whatever? And I don't know what that meant and stuff, but I just remember I wasn't going back to the bullshit. That's how I took my dream. I wasn't going back to the bullshit because they ran it the same way they ran from, they went back to. I'm not doing that. So I just kept going forward. And then it blacked out. Because why? I went back to sleep. And when you sleep, take two on that because I remember now. I remember some more of my dream. I was like, they shooting up there. Because when I got down the hill, like I felt the girls like was taking off either in the opposite way. All I know is they was going back up towards the stuff. More a little bit, like crisscross. And so, I'm being lazy today. I just had freaking egg biscuits, and them biscuits was good. Yeah, so, yeah, y'all. So, I seen them, they shifted, they went back up towards the stuff. Now, I know I seen them bodies, and I know I heard, more gunfire, too, was rapidly up there. This is when we took off. Right when it was starting, it was boom, boom. It was like 2 quick shots. Then we could hear more gunfire when we taking off. Because when the first one hit and I thought it was a fight, I already knew, like, I thought it was a snipe. I was like, my mind straight went to it. Then boom, like seconds later, boom. Then the other one across the street got hit. So, you know, we didn't know it was here and here. They both across from each other. You didn't know if it was coming from back behind us, in front, on the side. You really couldn't tell the trajectory of which way a bullet could be coming at the point where we was at. One's here and one's on the other side of the street. But so we ran this way. We ran down and like to the left. We ran down like if the shooter was here or whatever. We ran down and to the left. And then, like I said, red dirt. It was some grass like inside the dirt, but the grass was like green kind of grass, like on the tops of them and stuff. And they weren't very tall, these mounds of red clay. But it was lots of them. Like, you know how they make little heaps of stuff when they're about to build? It was like a construction site that was underway where they had begun to dig. That's what it was. It was just a dirt construction site. And it had it, but it was, I say that red clay. It's clay. Like me, babe. So it's red clay. Some dirt looked to me. And I ran through that. The girls left. I could see them at a distance. I see people coming that way. Now, when the people come that way, they have passed the people that were shot, though, on the ground. Because it wasn't a very big distance from the mounds of dirt to the ball field that kind of landed into the ball field. It wasn't like, it was the shooting, the mounds of dirt to the ball field, just like at boom, boom, boom. Like you running through an easy park day, you know, that has like, I don't know, a couple acres apiece, you know. And then I remember telling the people, they're shooting up there. Somebody's shooting. They're shooting up there. And, you know, they weren't, it's not like I was a ghost in a dream, because they were responding. Like, what? You know, like interested in knowing what I was saying. So it's not like, because if they say if you have a dream and you're talking and nobody's answering you, that my big brother told me, he said you was a ghost in the dream if nobody's answering you. But I wasn't a ghost in the dream because the people answered me. And I remember lights out. I remember I took some steps forward away from them too. I left them too, because I was just kind of spreading that word. And then I left them too, and then it blacked out. So, but just watch the quick little clip. I'm not going to get up to show y'all the plant. I'm going to put it behind this, all right? Yeah, it was strange, y'all. It was strange. I'm about to put 50/50s 2 up so y'all can see the place fully. I already got the video, so I didn't want to show it all until I put that video up. About to put it up because y'all can get a glimpse. And I changed and switched some stuff up too. Alright, holla. Bye, y'all. I picked this flower 3 days ago. Y'all know the big part, it like withered. Okay, I'm going to show y'all. So I put it in like a bottle of my spring water. Right? But 2 days later, I seen that the leaves was still green on it. And I was like, they usually wither, and then this was a bud. Why this bud done bloom? Ain't did nothing. Don't have no root on it. It's just stuck in here in my this little money tree. And then there's another bud, but it didn't. This one was pink. Now this whole thing, I done woke up this morning to a brand new flower with just a piece of tree I found. You know, I just picked it. You know how you pick a flower? I just picked the flower. Like these roses. It don't have no stem on these. It don't have any stem on this one right here. No stem. And I noticed in the water it was just going and doing stuff. And I was like, what? And so I said, okay, I'll just stick it in like, my little bamboo pot. And this morning I got a freaking bloom. How in the world does it happen? It started off like this when the other big one just was dead. But it was bigger and it was a pink bulb. It was pink. Now today, I have a new flower. I get a flower. Y'all see how the leaves dead around it? Because I just stuck it in this pot. Just stuck it in. And I caught, because the ones on the top was like flourishing. And I was like, how is the ones on top still all bright green? And these were closer to the stems, ain't but this much in the pot. And I'm telling you now, I got a freaking flower with no root. Okay. I know, I just left home. And this thing flower an hour later, look how it look. Y'all, this thing don't got no root. It don't have a root on it. Look at these. And it look like some more even growing in. How? It's just a stem, like this rose stem, stuck in the dirt. Y'all, I don't want to touch it, but I can show y'all. Can I touch you, baby, and show them? Look, y'all. Look. It's just a stem. It don't have no root on it. And it's just growing. And it looked like it just developed a root or something. It looked like I seen that. I'm going to leave that alone. That's crazy. Look at it, y'all. Hey, baby. Damn flower is growing without a root on it. It bloomed. Am I just crazy? I don't know hardly nothing about plants, but what I do know, because I've been getting them forever, they don't come alive. They start withering after you pluck them, or I just tore it off the stem. I just tore it off. And I'm gonna call it a day. So it's been another 2 hours. It's like noonday, and this is how she's looking now. I'm telling you, y'all, it does not have a freaking root on it. Just like this right here, I just tore it off like if I was just going to tore it. It was on a tree. It was on a tree. And then look at this. And it's just perking right on the... Look, it's got stuff. That bulb I showed y'all earlier, it fell off. It fell off. So I'm just thankful for the beautiful flower today that can bloom without a root. And that's what it do. Bye, y'all. Bye.